Hey guys, Ballatw here, back with another video. We are in the midst of a crazy marathon of VOD reviews right now. We are about to hop into two of Jamside and 7ssk7's game from Virtus Pro. And they qualified this week and in duos. They're nuts, they're very aggressive, they're awesome. I can't wait to see what they're gonna show us. So let's do it. Oh, like, subscribe, do all the things on my social media, and use creator code Ballatw. Boom. Just a quick reminder, guys. You know you guys always be forgetting to use my code and stuff. Like, come on, come on. Make sure you're out there. You're using that code. Okay. HUD. Here we go. So let's talk about the split. Oh. There's no split because they have Paradise Palms uncontested. Nice. Well, that's the setup to a fucking fantastic game, huh? And it's important to note that when they did have Paradise uncontested, they go to complete opposite ends so that they can loot as fast as possible and do something where, you know, they get coverage of everything super fast. I don't know, something like that. You can draw whatever lines you want, but they have a plan. They know that they should split as far as possible so that they get as much coverage as possible before this happens, right? Before this happens. Before Bridge pushes into it. Like, there's so many people who love to push into Paradise, so they have to loot as much as possible before it happens. Go, go, go. All right, so we just talked about how they had split the entire Paradise. And we know this is going to be a great setup for Endgame. It's interesting. Q and Horde obviously moving on to get a little bit more loot out from what they are. But man, like, just think about just the fact, like, this is a very good example of loot imbalances and also probably a little bit of material imbalance too. Just the fact they haven't finished looting this entire area, and you know damn well that Paradise has way more loot than they do, right? 100%. They have to run to a couple things. This house doesn't have, I mean, it has a lot, but it doesn't have that much. Meanwhile, Jamside has looted this entire thing. SSK7 has looted this entire area. Like, man, +2 vendings that they've probably checked by now. And they're about to check another one. And yeah, ridiculous. He's fucking leaving a rift to go, by the way. Leaving a rift to go. No. He's gonna pick it up. So even if they did fight Q and Horde, they would just poop on them because of the fact that they have way more of everything. Max mats. Now they're leaving. Nah, they're leaving. Yeah, Ahmed, thank you for the $1. I really enjoy watching your VOD reviews. Keep it up. L question mark, L question mark, L question mark. Nice. Trying to trigger my text to speech. I see you. Okay, getting into this fight. Yeah, that's what they need to do as this guy's trying to run away, especially right as he breaks this little ramp part. As soon as he hits there, it becomes hard for him to start blocking and rising at the same time if he's using any sort of floors, but he's not. But he could have. And so starting to try to shoot while one person tries to gain on him, I think is very important. But yeah, he really doesn't want this. They're going to get him though. Man, this guy literally, get out of there, brother. They're gonna hunt you. Holy snap. They're even spending to hunt you. Pretty intense. Gotcha, bitch. Motherfucker. And now you're fucked. Except that SSK7 for some reason went in that direction. That was dirty. The freaking, as soon as he gets the tag, just stinks him because he's white, and that's gonna force him to make a mistake. Alright, moving on. I'm really surprised by the amount of time they had spent chasing him, but based on the time in the zone, they can be pretty comfortable by that they're gonna have a decent chance of getting third party, but this path is probably less taken, I would say. Like, that is probably much less taken than this, and you can see that that is true in this game, not necessarily in all other games, but I feel like if I end up fighting somebody in Salty, especially if the zone is a little bit more to the left, I end up getting screwed in Salty. But yeah, you can kind of have these paths that end up being less taken by people, but generally they don't really hold up. Not really. Especially because it's so zone dependent. So very zone dependent. Boom. Why am I not watching the fight like a bot? Holy shit. I didn't realize that if you go back, it's based on the speed that you have set. They saw this team 100%. Man, I'm dying for some more field of view, bro. I'm dying. Like, even in replay mode, I feel so uncomfortable. And this fight is so strange to me. I'm so shocked that they're not just getting shot out at everybody. They literally have invested so much into this. They are really good at knowing exactly when to look for the teammate to come. I haven't seen them get shot once because the teammate that they're tracking one guy and not paying attention to the teammate. That was just straight up just shooting. I wonder, like, if there was no point of him placing stairs or a cone in there at all because he knew the guy was in the middle of his box, so just getting the shots off while the guy tried to basically go for the stairs. Or does he just not care and he thinks his aim is better than everybody? Because that's what he does again here. So they get another team who pushes them right after this. Not on gameplay mode, only on scroll field or scroll free. That's the zoom. So this is, let's be clear, this is the first game. So they're probably a little bit more comfortable just off of virtue that this is the first game and they're not being placed in with the people who have the highest points. That 15 kills, 10th place is starting to make a lot more sense now. Also, look how they're no longer shambles in terms of materials. And they still have a rift. And probably some launch pads now. Look how hard this rotate would be. Is going to be. The good thing is they're on their far side. It's funny how all of this is this entire spot being complete. I guess actually because Polar Peak makes a funnel. Polar Peaks makes a funnel where you have to go this way or this way if you want to get to zone. So like this entire area, like nobody's gonna go over Polar Peak, you know? That's an interesting little note there. That is an interesting little note. It's funny how he preemptively is spending a lot of metal to get towards this loot because he knows that he's going to get more. And he just get 2 more kills. Like, the GL and W keys in these games where people are turtling is so strong. Like, very true. That's the second time they've just GL'd and killed people because they have GLs and stinks. It's funny, the GL and the stink combo is actually so strong because GL and then the GL, you can either hold your builds or move, right? Most of the time people are going to move and hold their builds, but then you hit them with the stinks and they have to move. And if you're GLing at the right time and the right place, then they're almost always going to get hit because if they try to move while the GLs are about to explode, then suddenly, boom, they're dead. But yeah, it's really cool how he started tunneling to it with metal, knowing that he's going to refill. Forgot to defend against, or how to defend against GL because I normally don't go against it. Yep. Sure, no little blank hit marker there, nice. Oh, I like this. They already had the plan to come through here and use this as rotation. I already had the plan. I love this too. Instead of going straight up in one, he crosses to get to the other. You're fine, it's your teammate's grenade, you're good. The idea was good there, and I love how SSK7 landed to the back of him while Jamside landed in front and started jailing him. Shadow bombs make that polar rotation so much better. And good to just get up in polar no matter what. But like I used to be like, yeah, we have glider redeploy, I can go on polar and like be comfortable, even if it's not necessarily gonna be in center zone. And when you do that, you end up getting fucking beamed unless you're really, really, really lucky. Especially if you want to get to zone. Sure, you can just land and walk to zone, but that's why. Like with shadow bombs, you can actually get to zone. He actually did it. I've been like, this is too hard to actually do in play. That was my position on this play. But he actually did it. He actually did it. He reacted fast enough to do this while rifting. Bruh. So what you do is you reload when you get rifted, or you switch weapons or something, and you can shoot right here. You just shoot, you're gonna hit no matter what. That's fucking so dirty and so mean. But to have the speed to do that, bro, is actually pog. But yeah, careful when rifting, guys. It's a dangerous time. It's a dangerous time, y'all. It's a dangerous time. Oh, it didn't hit? All right. I thought it was. I was in the impression that it always hits because you all spawn next to each other. Dangerous time, y'all. It's crazy that they didn't actually land in zone here. Maybe because they knew they were gonna get beamed? I wonder. Nah, it's really loud. How come sometimes it's louder than others? The glider bug. Or they were just going for that guy's loot. I don't even know if they got it. Bruh. They just alphaed him. They alphaed him so hard. That man's in like season 2 meta, sitting on inside of his box with his trap like early. Oh my god. So this team is the only one that I've ever seen invest so much in taking height and half in, half out. I've never seen a team take more height and invest so much into getting it at this point in the game. And they did this at ESL too, and they just hold it from here. I think it's really good. I think it's really, really good. Because they can get a lot of kills and play placement really well up here without even really trying to play placement. Because they fight and invest so hard in height. But they will almost never be winning games from that position. I mean, I shouldn't say that because they win games, but like it's not conducive to fully winning games, and it makes it harder. Let me say that way. Because you run out of mats. Cloak and Tfue kind of do the same thing. A little bit, yeah. Not as much as SSK7 and Jamside, though. Like, I have literally... They almost never play mid-ground. I've seen them play mid-ground once out of probably 15 games or so. Now, when I say they invest a lot, I'm saying they invest fucking everything. And it's pretty funny that neither of them are carrying drum guns, by the way, because of this playstyle, I feel like. I feel like it's 100% because of this playstyle. Oh, did he just do the thing with the triple layered tarp? No, he's just coning backwards. Okay, I thought he was triple layered tarping. I was like, oh, let's go, brother. It's dirty. See, like, these guys land, watch. Instantly the edit down. And they just go for it again. Also, guns out all the time. That was brutal. Onto Blaster and Alpha. I've seen them die at this position like so many freaking times. It's insane. See, he doesn't hold. He has shadow bombs, but he just holds it. Look, he doesn't give a fuck about his mats either. Finally, he gets knocked out though. Look, he's gonna fuck. Bruh. Meanwhile, what's Jamside doing? Oh, he got back up to him with shadows. And he connected now, so this is awkward. Look, 3 mats and 0 mats. Look at this shit. This position sucks. He got 48 from that guy just by coming down. See, like, there's this luckiness involved in this kind of thing to win the games. But they've absolutely ruined the lobby. Again, they get 10th place and 15 kills because of how they played this. Not all the placements, but it's fucking nuts. All of a sudden he goes into tunnel mode because he knows he has opportunity for more placement points. And he's the guy who got the mats, by the way. The VP stands for Verified Psychopaths. Yo, true though. 10th place right there. Probably dies now. Tell me you get the finish. Nah. Bro, okay. I want to know immediately. I'm definitely watching the next one. Okay, so did get contested here. I want to know their split. Oh, I thought he actually just killed him. I was going to say. All right, so the split is pool and hotel. Interesting. Oh, because Nork actually 50-50'd on top, or not 50-50, but he took the top of Blacktops. I love the stairs there, to be careful. I think that's very important throughout all of Paradise. So you got to be careful because Paradise, like houses and buildings, are actually very, very open. Fuck, he has dynamite. God damn it. Excuse me. Sorry. I forgot to mute. Okay, this was the split that I thought was like the best for Paradise Hotel. But I actually decided that like getting Blacktops and Hotel was better, especially if it's a 2v2 in Paradise. But I guess the fact that he did push him off of Blacktops and made him so that he rotated back to his teammate made it so they don't really need to push this fast. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh, build fight broke out. No, you have dynamite too, freak. Their reaction time is ridiculous. Okay, as this guy goes down while Jamside stay up, I think important to note, he pushes forward, they stay on their separate layers. Here comes the dynamite bug for us. Nice. I like that. Throwing 2 dynamite, then holding and cocking your dynamite, and then throwing it, trying to get it all the way in, down on the bottom layer. I really like that. Also like how they hear the shadow bomb, they know the direction he goes, and they just kind of wait to hope that they might both get shots on him instead of like looking for the other guy. They don't give up. They just wait for the shadow bomb to get visible again. Got a block from him though, no? Pretty ballsy. Oh! These guys go balls to the walls, bro. I would never want to fight these guys. These guys are freaking balls to the walls. No, thank you. I don't want to fight these guys. I legit never want to fight these guys. Hey, no dynamite bug. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Paradise in this mat cap is ridiculous. Honestly, Paradise is way better than even... Yeah, I guess old Tilted was better, but new Tilted sucks. Only has 2 vendings. I want to fight for the rift, bitches. See, that's the kind of thing like that the fake cone in or the fake ramp in One Direction does. Like, it allows you to get into these better angles. Two people spamming combat shotguns at one dude is ridiculously hard. Like, it breaks builds so fast. You just spam, 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 spam. Did it break? Oh. He wants to land fast to get the shots off. I think he's gonna get it. Why don't I see damage effects? Alright, moving forward. I like that they land here because they find a chest. It's funny, their playstyle is one that has actually withstood the test of time throughout the patches. I'm talking about like holding height at the end. Like, height got nerfed, low ground got nerfed. Mid ground gets nerfed every time they actually have stacked customs, not necessarily by any patch, but that's strange. Nice. He must have been farming or something. Can't really hear anything in replay. Good track. I also like how SSK7 just comes in and stinks and then comes in from the backside. This guy had no escape. He was already going to run into SSK7. That's just good knowledge of the loadout of Mega Mall. The layout of Mega Mall, not loadout. The option's like half reset every time. I like how he's set on going for these guys up here, but then he saw the solo, or the guy who looks solo, and just goes for him in the forest. That's cool how he's actually placing the cones on the floors there first, before anything else. He uses the stinks at like the best moments. There was kind of like not as good, and then there, knowing his teammate was coming over top, just starting to spam. As soon as your teammate's gonna get a shot, you just start to spam. Ugh. These guys are literal W key goats. Goated on the W key. Goated. Yeah, no breathing space. That's exactly what it is. Like the stinks, the constant pressure, the constant build fighting for height, the constant when they do go a little too high, the constant knockdowns of both of them, just like knowing exactly how to do it and what to do. I never ever want to run into these guys. This is a team I'd be terrified of, bro. They're doing things that you just don't expect, ever. Somebody else killed Hupek. They wanted to chase, but they decided not to, for his own reasons. Fighting here in the retail force is actually really good against third parties, as long as you don't attract attention. SSK7 again with the stinks at the opportune time. Good movement back up, and then going back over here because he knows his teammate is possibly around the corner. Flick actually comes in the fight. It's funny. Good timing there on that fight. When they knew it was going to be a 50-50, now is the time to push in. Which is funny because they initiated it. They initiated that fight and then let it all come down. As soon as they realized there was a third party, they just went slowly into it. Center zone max metal because they W keyed and got people to W key into them in the center of the zone. Like, what is this? And now guess what? They're not fucking letting go of this shit. They're not letting go of it. They are absolutely not gonna let go. Wait, is Jamside not even with them? Where's Jamside? Oh, he's down below. Structuring it. And from here, Gold Scar, Purple Tac AR. Just dirty. Definitely a different style of loadout. Like I haven't seen them run a drum gun yet. There's a drum gun here you could pick up for the Tac AR, but no, he doesn't. He just stays with the Tac AR because he wants to spray people in the air. Hey, it's our boys. It's our boys. Nice. I've never seen actually somebody use the bow to pressure a build like that. He's shooting it right in the center of this build, so it damages both sides, and just constantly shooting it over and over. And every time there's somebody in there, he just goes in and just beams them out the sky. You already know what's about to happen, guys. See, he's doing the same thing. And it's also going to hit the stair and break that other stair, too. Like, I haven't seen anybody do that. And it's really cool, especially against a duo, because your teammate can have their AR aimed at it. And when both walls go down, you never actually are going to be able to replace both walls instantly. I mean, you can be fast with turbo build. But, like, you can get shots in on people because of it. You easily get shots in. And this is another thing, because they W key mid game, they're never going to be in a situation where they're not going to have ammo for their high ground, like, nutsness, their fucking insaneness and high ground takes. Same thing there. Although that time he was just actually just trying to break the wood wall to look for shots, or look for a bow hit on the inside of the box. So they need to go to zone here, because it's... Where are they? They're still in the retail forest, like right here. Bow high ground is ridiculous, by the way. Which is another reason why they take it, because they know for sure that they're doing this every single time. Regardless of how much they have to invest in it. And you have to admit, like, doing this is safe. If you invest a lot, you're almost always safe. Oh, they must love the combat shotgun too. Having this high of height in this zone, we've seen them get 6 kills at least over those last 2 games. It's ridiculous. If you want kills, man, this is a perfect opportunity for it. If you have AR and stuff. Like a perfect opportunity. Look, they're just staying up. They know they have to move, but they're just staying up. And last time we saw them just launch a rift right on top of somebody who had the height in the thing, and they just alpha'd the shit out of it. See if he climbs again. Yep. Just alpha the living shit out of height. No, no, okay. They tried, they got beamed back, and they're gonna chill. Huh. I guarantee you they go for height in the next zone as soon as it starts moving. You can already see he's making an opportunity to go for it. Here we go. I'm just fast forwarding to the next zone starts moving. Bruh. Did he actually hit the guy who was down in the floor there? That's pretty funny. Here we go, boys. The height hold starts here. This is kind of similar to how Mongrel plays. But he doesn't just psycho for height. Mongrel plays really controlled when he plays. He does play mid ground every single time. Not every single time. When he has the opportunity or has to, he does. These guys, bruh, they don't give a fuck. You saw how he preemptively used the shadow bomb just in case I was gonna come down, and Jamside just goes down and reconnects. He went back there to make sure that he wasn't going to get shot down while he was in shadow form, because I guess that's SSK7's job or something. Whoever's in the back. Again, shadow bombing every time he thinks there's an opportunity that they're going to get knocked down. And in this game, the reason they win is nobody seriously challenges them for height. Last time they got challenged for height and they ended up fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting for it until they ended up running out of mats before the end of zone. But this time, the way that they're tarping, the way that everybody else is playing, nobody's giving them a serious threat for height, which makes it really easy for them to just continue just doing what they're doing. I like how he jumps down onto the guy who stunk to see if he could, not only he was trying to connect, but to get closer and possibly get that easy frag. But notice how he didn't actually go back up that time, he just stayed down. With the stink pressure too, man. They stink, they force people to move, they shoot at them while they're moving. It's ridiculous. Like, this is the way to get easy wins too. Like, sure, again, it's going to be a gamble because you never know when people are going to fight you for height. And if you do get fought for height, you're going to fight for it and hold it and whatever. You're going to get placements that way. That's really good. I think this is a solid strategy, but it is definitely like probably what I would say it's inconsistent and random. But that's my criticism of it. But it's fucking good. Like, clearly it's good. Because this is the freest win I've ever seen, and this lobby was not no chump lobby. It was not no chump lobby. That was awkward. Oh, it's not just about taking height, right, Ops? It's about like the way that they take it early, they take it super early compared to everybody else, and they just fight for it no matter what. No matter what, they just go for it. And because at a certain point, people are going to stop fighting you. If they can last past that and they have enough mats at that point still, and they do it cheaply, they do kind of cheaply hold height. They don't, if somebody does fight them for it, they go crazy on it. But when they're just not getting fought, they cheaply hold it. But I don't think that this situation where they just hold and win the game doesn't happen too often. But anyways, all right, we're gonna move into Hunter and Kinstar. Let me do an outro for that. All right, guys, that's that one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you did, and do all the things on my social media. Don't forget to use code BALLATW. We'll be back in the next video. Peace.